Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me tonight. Standing here tonight at Oxford, receiving this honor as a global visionary in creative leadership and cultural influence feels extraordinary in a way that is difficult to put into words. But I will try. I'm deeply grateful, humbled, and honestly moved because moments like this don't happen in isolation. They're built from years of work, mistakes, experiments, passion, and the love of the people who never left my side. My journey wasn't a straight line. I didn't grow up with a roadmap. I didn't have the privilege of going to university. So to be here today, honored by one of the most prestigious universities and respected universities in the world, is profoundly meaningful to me. It hits me in a very special place. It reminds me that creativity is its own form of education, that lived experience can be just as powerful as any degree, and that the world, when it chooses to, can recognize brilliance in many different forms. Tonight, I feel seen not just for what I've created, but for the path I had to walk for. My work has always come from a place of respecting and supporting people. That space between what the world expects from you and what the souls need. Growing up, art became the only language that truly understood me. It gave me permission to explore, to express, to exist. It taught me that culture isn't something reserved for the elite. It's something we all have the right to shape, challenge, and expand. Art allowed me to build bridges between identities and stories and communities. And it taught me that every voice, especially the one that society tries to quiet, carries a universe within them. In the last few weeks, being honored at the Vatican in Rome with a Lifetime Achievement Award, speaking on a global stage like TEDx, and now standing here at Oxford, has felt like a reminder of the responsibility that comes from visibility. Creative leadership isn't about being followed, it's about lifting others up. It's about creating spaces where freedom of speech, freedom of identity, and freedom of sexuality are non negotiable. It's about imagining a world where people can be fully themselves without apology. Those are the freedoms I stand for, the freedoms I will always advocate for, the freedoms that guide every piece of work I create. I believe with my whole heart that art is a force of liberation. It challenges the limits placed for us. It reveals the truth that we hide even from ourselves. It invites us to be vulnerable, to be bold, to be uncomfortable, to be human. Art allowed me to speak long before I found the confidence to use my voice aloud. And I hope that through my work, others feel empowered to speak their truth loudly, unapologetically, and beautifully. But none of these, absolutely none of it, would have been possible without the people who have helped me through every moment and every step of my journey. To my mom, you're the reason I'm able to stand here today. Your belief in me never wavered, even when I questioned everything. You taught me resilience, kindness, and how to lead with art. Your sacrifices, your strength, your love, they're woven into every achievement I've ever had. I love you more than I can say. To my boyfriend, thank you for being my constant, for loving me in the chaos and to the calm, for supporting my dreams, for grounding me when I fly too far, and for reminding me that authenticity matters. You're my anchor and my inspiration. To my collaborators, friends, and everyone who has believed in the mission behind my work, thank you so much. You've challenged me, expanded me, and stood beside me, even when everyone and the whole world had a lot to say about it, or labeled it as too controversial. To Oxford, thank you for this recognition. Thank you for honoring me, not just for my achievements, but the message behind each project I did. That art, culture, and freedom are essential pillars of humane and progressive world. Thank you for showing that a person's worth is not measured by the traditional routes they follow, but the courage that they show, the truth that they stand for, and the impact they create. Tonight, I don't see this as a final destination. I see it as a beginning, a deeper commitment to using creativity as a tool for justice, empathy, and freedom. The world needs more heart, more courage, more imagination. And I intend to keep pushing boundaries, telling stories that matter, and fighting for a world where every person has the right to be who they are without fear. Thank you for this honor. Thank you for believing in the power of culture. And thank you for seeing me tonight.